Pituitary Tumor Adventure, Thursday, September 16th, 7:25 p.m. And as you can see, I have a delicious steak, ribeye, to celebrate with. You know what that means? I told you a long time ago. Yes, I have my period again. And I'm gonna celebrate with you with a steak. Yeah, that's what I promised. So really quickly, this steak is special because I left it out, salted, uncovered at room temperature for almost 29 hours. And then I grilled it, not very long, and it's fucking delicious. You need to try this. This is so good. It's the second time I made it. You can do 24 hours, 30 hours, even more. It's really so good. This time didn't get that dried out, so that's why it's still very pink here, but it's delicious. Oh my gosh. So let's celebrate. After a 501 days cycle, I got my period back. Exactly September 11th, 2021. It's funny. I had pituitary tumor surgery June 11th. And September 11th, I got my period back. Well, my story about my period, it was like this. I don't remember the year, but if you want to calculate yourself, you can do that after I give you all the numbers. I don't. But finally, I decided to get off birth control pill. And I did that. And then, of course, I lost my period for 8 months. Exactly 8 months. And that's totally normal that you lose it for up to a year. And later on, well, then I didn't know yet I have a tumor. I just knew it in December last year. I got an MRI and I knew about that, but probably have that tumor for a very long time, at least 10 years probably, because I had issues. Still in recovery, but everything is much, much better. So I lost my period, 8 months, then it came back. And so for you guys that don't know what a cycle is usually 28 days. And it starts counting at the first day you're bleeding until the next first day you're bleeding. So then after those 8 months, I got my period and had a cycle of 70 days. Normal is 28. And then I had a cycle of 35, 34, 44, and now 501. Yeah, and I remember that's exactly when our end of April 2020, we moved and I was so sick. I was really, oh my gosh, I was so sick. It was so bad. And I thought like, oh, that shocked my body and that's why then I lost it completely. I don't know. But yeah, of course, pituitary tumor, the pituitary gland is the master gland for all your hormones. So yeah, no wonder I had problems with my period and then I lost it completely. So good. Of course, I totally loved it not having my period, because who wants to bleed once a month? Okay, I have to say, maybe except for the very first time at the very beginning, but otherwise, I always had an amazing period. Usually it lasts 3 days, barely any bleeding, no pain. Maybe feel something like that. So, but still, it's nice not having to worry about that or whatever. But of course, I'm super, super happy. I'm so happy I came back because, first of all, it's a sign of health. I'm 37 years old. I'm not that old yet that I'm in menopause. Well, first my doctor thought I was in pre-menopause, but the blood tests, the hormone tests didn't show that. And so it's a very, very good sign of health. And women that are in menopause, they have problems with I can't say this word, osteoporosis, something like that. You know, the stuff with the bone. It's just like, I don't know the science behind it, but when you're not on your period anymore, you gotta be careful with your bone mass, bone density. So this is great. And of course, that I have my period now means my hormones function and are getting better and better. I mean, hello, I'm not on hormone treatment. The only thing I'm taking, fucking desmopressin, I just had to take again, so I don't pee 6.5 liters a day, called diabetes insipidus, when you just have excessive thirst and pee like crazy. So I have to take that like every 24 hours or 26 hours. I don't know if that will ever get resolved, does it get better or not, I don't know yet. But the other thing I'm still taking is, since after my surgery, dexamethasone. Every other night, half a pill. That's a steroid. And I needed that to help heal, help my immune system. But I don't know if that like helps the hormones. Maybe it just helps the body altogether to help it heal. But the goal is to get off of that, of course. I just took half a dex yesterday night, and now I'm not gonna take any for 4 nights because on Monday I have at Quest Labs, I have an appointment to get my hormone tested again. So perfect timing. Now we're testing the hormones now that I'm back on my period. Well, my period days are already over. But yeah, let's hope it comes back regularly. Probably not that, it probably takes a while to get regular again. But anyway, so on Monday I'm gonna do hormone testing again, also fasted, no dex, so to see how my body is without the dex. And then I will have a talk with an endocrinologist, and he will decide if I still need the dex or less of it, and what else is going on, like, yeah. So that's my update, and I'm still celebrating with my super delicious ribeye. Also, about my sugar carb addiction and eating disorder, I'm totally over it again. I totally beat it. I'm actually the same way I beat it the very first time when I started Carnivore. The only way that works for me, through a challenge. Yeah. And my challenge now is fun. Oh, I actually have it here. It's so cool. I'm so excited. And it's not so much a challenge because it could take me 2 years to get it all done. It becomes a lifestyle anyway, so, but I needed something to start with. So I said, first, when I started Carnivore, November 20th, 2019, I did an elimination diet, and I did these levels, 30 days. 30 days, animal products except milk and honey. And then level 2, 30 days, I don't even remember, what was it? No processed meats, I cut that out, and all the dairy. And then level 3 was like, just beef, salt water, and then level 4 wasn't just ribeye salt water, yeah, for 30 days. So like, yeah, all that. And then I started slowly reintroducing again, but I don't need to do 30 days anymore and stuff. So I was like, I have weeks. I have my carnivore weeks. Of course, I started with beef, with a cow. So every week I add another animal or another animal egg. So I made, oh my gosh, I have the, that was, no, I think that was the original list here. And then it went to this here. And now I have to rewrite it. I made categories: ruminants, fish, eggs, and with eggs are like chicken eggs, quail eggs, duck eggs, but then also salmon eggs, so like roe, tobacco, shad roe, caviar, like all that, and then poultry, rodents, reptiles, insects, just mammals, yeah, like I have to rewrite it. It's all a mess. But of course I started week 1 with beef. Week 2, I'm actually in week 2 now, and I already had a steak with shrimps on it. So week 2 is shrimps. And tomorrow, week 3 will start. And that will be chicken. And week 4, Paul is gonna decide, because week 4 starts exactly on his birthday. And told him he can decide a recipe, a dish or something I should make for him. And yeah, with preferably a new animal. So I don't know if he wants a recipe with fried and spiced frog legs. Of course, I don't eat spices, so I would then just make the recipe he wants for himself, and then make frog legs just plain for me. Or maybe he wants I think deer season is starting, or he also mentioned rabbit. So I don't know, I'm curious, but I have like, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff here. It's so much fun. And of course I have to see what's available, what can we afford, what's in season. And yeah, hopefully sooner or later we can travel again. So for example, maybe we'll go to Australia and I can have kangaroo. I had kangaroo before, but it's more fun to have it in Australia, right? Or in Switzerland, I'm sure gonna have horse. Or like, yeah, so I have all kinds of stuff. Here also insects like grasshoppers, cockroaches, crickets, and then all kinds of fish, seafood, all octopus, oysters, squid, scallops, conch, abalone, and bear, wild boar, llama, coyote, armadillo, otter, opossum, cat, dog, crocodile, rattlesnake, iguana, lizard, hare, guinea pig, beaver, muskrat, marmot, giraffe. Did you know giraffe is a ruminant? Okay, hey, I have to tell you all the ruminants. So cow, lamb, bison, deer, calf, goat, elk, venison, antelope, buffalo, yak. Oh, I so want to try yak. Sheep, moose, reindeer, ibex, gazelle, giraffe, muskox, caribou, gnu. I know there are many more. Here, poultry, pheasant, ostrich, emu, dove, guinea fowl, sea cucumber, scorpion, paracuda, mackerels, swordfish, carp, pike, trout, bass, herring, mai, everything I can think of basically. And I keep adding. I love it because I want to try everything once anyways. So, oh, and in my first beef week, I had the first time sweetbreads. Really good. Oh, I love them. Like pressure cooked. I should have done it a little bit longer, but it's good. And then on the grill. They were so crispy, like fried. Oh my gosh, so good. So yeah. It's really so good. I think that's all the updates I have. I'm practicing for upcoming shows, Bohemian Burlesque and Asylum Sideshow. Of course, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing pole fitness or anything. Still just at the gym doing flexibility, mobility, workouts, and I added coordination in form of eskrima sticks and bow staff. Yeah. I'm at Lisa's right now, taking care of Norman. Maybe you'll hear him in the background snoring or something. So I'm doing very well. I have a lot to do. I still feel my nose. Like, I'm also in the group act in the Bohemian Burlesque show, and it's good. I'm not on stage all the time. I'm actually really happy about that. And after practice yesterday, my nose was a bit pounding. I just still have to be careful. But everything is getting better and better. Yeah, it just takes so long to fully heal. It probably will take an entire year. But otherwise, really, and it's so motivating that I have stuff to do, that I have shows coming up, because this really helps, because this is motivation, because I can do something, but I'm listening to my body and I'm not doing too much. I get much better sleep if I time the desmopressin right. Otherwise, I get up all the time because I have to pee. Yeah, the diabetes insipidus stuff, this is still something. And yeah, but my period is back. This is the main topic right now. I'm a real woman again. I'm a fucking real woman again. Wow. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep enjoying my steak.